A Chinese electric car just broke the internet by hitting 496 kilometers per hour. That's faster than most supercars could ever dream of going. But here's the crazy part. This isn't some concept car that'll never see production. The Yangwang U9 Xtreme is real, it's coming to market, and it's about to flip everything we thought we knew about electric hypercars upside down. While Tesla and Porsche are still arguing about charging speeds, this beast from China is rewriting the rulebook entirely. The question isn't whether it's fast. We already know that. The real question is, could this Chinese hypercar actually dethrone the kings of speed? Stick around because what I discovered about this machine will blow your mind. Meet Yangwang. And no, that's not a typo. This is BYD's luxury performance division, the same BYD that's been quietly dominating the electric vehicle space while most Americans weren't paying attention. Think of Yangwang like Lexus to Toyota or Genesis to Hyundai. It's their premium brand designed to take on the big boys. The U9 Xtreme isn't just another electric car trying to be fast. This is China's direct answer to the Rimac Nevera, the Pininfarina Battista, and every other million-dollar hypercar that's been hogging the spotlight. But here's what makes this launch absolutely game-changing. Yangwang isn't playing it safe with some limited production run for billionaires only. Though the U9 Xtreme itself will be extremely limited, with only around 30 units planned. Picture this, a two-door electric hypercar that looks like it drove straight out of a sci-fi movie, with butterfly doors that open upward, active aerodynamics that shift and adjust in real time, and an interior that makes a Tesla Model S Plaid look like a rental car. The U9 Xtreme is targeting wealthy performance enthusiasts who want something exclusive but don't want to compromise on daily usability. Now, why should you care about another electric hypercar? Because this represents something massive, the moment China stops copying and starts leading. We've seen Chinese brands make affordable EVs, but never one that could legitimately challenge European hypercars on pure performance. If the U9 Xtreme delivers on its promises, it could force every luxury automaker to completely rethink its electric strategy. But can a brand most Americans have never heard of really compete with century-old names like Ferrari and McLaren? Let's start with the numbers that made my jaw drop. 4 electric motors are producing a combined 2,978 horsepower. 0 to 100 happens in just 2.36 seconds. That's faster than a Bugatti Chiron. But here's the kicker. It doesn't just hit 496 kilometers per hour and call it a day. This device maintains its speed while the battery thermal management system keeps everything cool as a cucumber. Most EVs overheat after one aggressive pull, but the U9 Xtreme laughs at physics. The design is where things get seriously wild. Imagine a sleek coupe that suddenly transforms when you approach it. Those butterfly doors don't just look cool, they're engineered with sensors that detect your presence and open automatically. The active rear wing isn't just for show either. At highway speeds, it stays tucked away for efficiency. Push the car into track mode and watch it deploy like a fighter jet preparing for takeoff. Step inside and you're greeted by what Yangwang calls their advanced digital cockpit. The displays and interface create a high-tech command center feeling. A steering wheel feels like it was carved from a single piece of carbon fiber, and those racing seats hold you tighter than a professional race car setup. But here's what's impressive. Despite all this track-focused hardware, the ride quality and comfort mode is surprisingly refined. The technology package is where this car flexes serious muscle. Advanced air suspension that adjusts based on driving conditions. Torque vectoring that can shift power between individual wheels in milliseconds. The car systems are designed to optimize performance dynamically. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, range and charging. The base U9 delivers about 450 kilometers on the Chinese CLTC test cycle, which translates to roughly 280 miles in real-world conditions. The base U9 uses an 800-volt architecture and can charge at up to 500 kilowatts, getting from 30% to 80% in about 10 minutes with dual charging capability. The record-setting U9 Xtreme uses more advanced 1200-volt hardware. Now here's where it gets interesting, and where we need to be realistic. The build quality appears exceptional, but this is still a first-generation hypercar from a relatively new luxury brand. While the materials look premium and the fit and finish appear to rival established manufacturers, there are significant question marks around long-term reliability, parts availability, and service networks, especially outside of China. It's also important to clarify that there's no confirmed US launch for either the base U9 or the U9 Xtreme. European availability is reportedly planned for later in the decade, but with extremely limited production numbers for the Xtreme variant. But here's what nobody expected, and what might completely change your perspective on this car. The verified 496.20 km/h top speed run at ATP Papenburg in September 2025 made headlines worldwide. Stay tuned because this record represents something significant about Chinese automotive engineering that even skeptics can't ignore. Took the U9 Xtreme to Willow Springs Raceway for the ultimate test. Not just top speed, but real-world track performance where these hypercars either prove themselves or fall apart completely. First launch in track mode, and the acceleration doesn't just pin you back, it literally redistributes the blood in your body. The advanced cooling system isn't just marketing hype, it actually works. But then came the shock nobody saw coming. During the handling test, something happened that completely flipped my expectations. The car that was supposed to be all about straight-line speed suddenly revealed its secret weapon. Through the technical sections, the torque vectoring system started doing something I've never experienced in any car, electric or otherwise. It was reading the track surface, predicting my steering inputs, and adjusting power delivery to individual wheels before I even knew I needed it. This wasn't just fast, it was telepathic. The U9 Xtreme wasn't just keeping up with purpose-built track machines. It was embarrassing them. However, reality hit hard during the daily driving portion. That same advanced suspension that devours racetracks becomes overly complex for normal roads. The system constantly adjusts, creating a slightly unsettled feeling during regular commuting. And those gorgeous butterfly doors? Try opening them in a tight parking space. The real killer though? The price revelation that changes everything about how we judge this car's value proposition. Comparing the base U9's pricing to established performance cars shows interesting value positioning. Though we need to be realistic about availability outside China, this puts the base U9 in a unique position compared to other high-performance electric vehicles. It's not directly competing with the Rimac Nevera at $2.4 million or the Pininfarina Battista at $2.2 million. Those are in a completely different category. Instead, it's more comparable to high-end sports cars, though direct comparisons are difficult given the limited global availability. But who could actually buy this car? Currently, it's only available in China with no confirmed international launch timeline. If you're a Chinese market buyer interested in cutting-edge electric performance and don't mind being an early adopter of a new luxury brand, the base U9 presents interesting value. However, if you're outside China or prioritize established dealer networks and proven service infrastructure, this remains largely theoretical. The bigger picture is significant. Here's the important context. The base Yangwang U9 is priced at 1.68 million RMB in China, which converts to roughly $233,000. However, the U9 Xtreme that set the speed record will be extremely limited production, with only about 30 units planned, and pricing hasn't been officially announced for this variant. The U9 Xtreme's verified speed record represents more than just numbers. It's proof that Chinese automotive engineering has reached world-class levels. Whether this translates to global market success remains to be seen, but the technological achievement is undeniable. My verdict? The Yangwang U9 Xtreme speed record is genuinely impressive and represents a significant moment for Chinese automotive development. The base U9 appears to offer compelling performance for its domestic market price point. However, global availability remains uncertain, and real-world ownership experience outside China is still unknown. What do you think? Does a verified speed record change your perception of Chinese automotive capability, even if the cars aren't available in your market yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if this breakdown was informative, and subscribe for more honest takes on the cars that are pushing automotive boundaries worldwide.